Shalom, Israel. First off, I just want to say, call halal, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Want to give all double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Shalom, peace and blessings to the sincere Akim that's pushing this word faithfully in sincerity and truth. Uh, I was just reading an article earlier today about how President Trump, he was talking about he wanted to pull out the forces in Syria, but over the weekend, due to this chemical gas attack in Syria and Damascus, he talking about that he gonna have to, basically bring the troops back in that region, to fight against the Assad regime, who, what I'm saying, we know the Assad regime, they're being backed by the Russians and the Chinese and the Iranians, more so, the Russians and the Iranians. But I was reading that article, so that just points that we're that much closer to the time of Great Babylon's destruction, which we know of Great Babylon according to the scriptures, according to the prophecies, it's America, man. And even though people want to be proud and just feel real secure about how things are going right now, they don't have the spiritual foresight to see down the road that this place is reserved for imminent destruction, just because the sins of this place, they've reached the pinnacle in the sight of the Most High. So prophecies like this, seeing the nations, buck up and battle back against America, that shows we're in a beautiful time. We're in the time of America or Great Babylon's destruction. You know what I'm saying? No matter how many troops you try to put back in Syria, man, ultimately, like everything is being stirred up for World War III, to where, like I said, the Assad regime in Syria, they're backed up by Iran and the Russians. So, Vladimir Putin, he's just not gonna allow the American military to just have their way in that region, so to speak, because they have interest in that region as well. You see, and these all heightens the recent trade war, or the trade tariffs between the U.S. and China. Everything's happening right at the same time, man. While this guy, President Trump, is in office, you know what I'm saying? He's being used as a puppet to bring Great Babylon's destruction in the last days, which we know is imminent. But I'm going to read this scripture, Jeremiah 57, or Salakia, Jeremiah 51:7. It says, Babylon had been a golden cup in the Lord's hand that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad. So all of these different nations, man, they've drunken the wine of Great Babylon, which Great Babylon is America. If it's the prophecies of Great Babylon in the Bible, that great city, that great land, that great empire that was set to be destroyed by the Most High because of wickedness. You know what I'm saying? And it made all the other nations drunken off the wine of its philosophy and way of doing things, which is all contrary, is all in opposition to the ways of the Heavenly Father, the standard that the Most High set up for His people, chiefly to live via the Bible. America is totally against the Most High, and the Son of the Most High, the Bible, the men of the Most High. This place, America, Great Babylon, it's against righteousness, but that's why it's about to be destroyed. This is Jeremiah 51:8. It says, Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. How for her take balm for her pain, if so she may be healed. It says, we would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her, and let us go everyone into his own country. For her judgment reacheth unto heaven, and is lifted up even to the sky. So, man, it don't matter how many of you bootlicking, coon, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man, try to roll up your sleeves and tie up your bootstraps and help heal America, it's not going to be healed. The judgment of America has reached into the heavens. Therefore, imminent destruction is reserved for this place, man. And like these things that's happened over the weekend, that chemical gas attack in Syria, has American military forces about to go back in. So things are getting stirred up in that region. And we know that region, the valley of Yahweh Shaphat, the Most High's judgment, is being prepared for war, for World War III, which is going to bring the imminent destruction of Great Babylon, a.k.a. America. And we're seeing it play out. We're seeing all of these things play out in the latter days. So glory be to the Most High and His Son, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. You know, it's beautiful, man. I'm gonna just get another scripture here because we know that Great Babylon, it's a kingdom that's being ruled by you Edomites, man. You so-called white people, which you're a very proud nation of people, man. If you would have it your way, uh, this place will go on and on forever in wickedness. And you have our people, you know, the nation of Israel, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. You have our people right there in your pocket, man. You know, being oppressed and being just dumbed down just out of certain comforts and lust they're able to fulfill in this place. But the Lord has it set up for you Edomites, man. Your kingdom is about to be destroyed, man, because of great wickedness. So they make plans and stuff, 2050, you know, all of these different things, you know, 401ks, all of that is going to be an afterthought after this sudden destruction. But right now, everyone's flourishing in wickedness and comfortable. But when these things are taken away in a moment, people going to consider. But this is Psalms 49:11. It says, their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever, and their dwelling places to all generations. They call their lands after their own names. So this prophecy, this another prophecy, man. You could link this definitely to the Edomites, man, who are ruling Great Babylon today. You know, their inward parts is that their houses shall continue forever. They don't think that their empire is going to be destroyed, but the Most High has other plans. You know, this place has had his people, for one, in captivity, you know, against their will, drug over here and built up this place. And now our people are turning away from the Most High because of the ways of the wicked, man, that seduce it. And now also how they've dealt with these other nations, man, by violence and by treachery, you know, and by deceit. All of these things are coming back, man. Babylon is about to get touched. We're in that time. You know, right in the midst of Esau trying to get his New World Order, you know, RFID microchip mark of the beast system fully implemented on the masses of the people. The Most High is about to intervene. Moves are being made through the Spirit to bring America's destruction much closer and quicker. Yeah, this is Job 14:5. It says, seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee, thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass. So that's the hope for the men of the Lord, you know, that's pushing this truth, you know, tearing down the stronghold of lies with this truth, man, through our faith in the Lord and his Son, you know, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. We know that the Most High had already set up the bounds that our enemy, the so-called white man, you Edomites, can't pass. We know that the Most High set you up in the beginning, in the first place, to rule over us, man, because we went off. But we know that that time is almost up, you know. So beautiful just that the prophecies are happening before brothers' eyes, man. You know, glory be to the Most High and his Son. But I'll get this and I'll just end it out. I just want to do a quick show just based on that article I seen in the New York Times earlier, just talking about how Donald Trump, you know, he wanted to pull troops out of Syria, but now he's going to have to go back in after this, you know, chemical attack situation in Damascus over the weekend. But we'll see how it play out. You know, American, Chinese, you know, they going head to head in these trade tariff wars. But these things are going to build up. This is Revelations 18:4. It says, and I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues. So that's the mindset of a man of the Lord, an Israelite that wake up to this truth, man. You got to take your mind and your spirit out of Great Babylon because it's about to be destroyed. Like going back to the time of Egypt when the Lord brought destruction, you know, to the Egyptian empire. You wanted to have that blood on your doorposts to be worthy to receive that mercy. Lord willing, you know, if we're those men on this go round, you know, in the destruction of Great Babylon, we're hoping to receive mercy from those plagues that are to come. Because these things are imminent. No matter how much pride is projected, these things are imminent for Great Babylon. This is Revelations 18:5. It says, for her sins have reached unto heaven, and the Most High hath remembered her iniquities. So that's why judgment, all through a process of prophecy, is going to land on Great Babylon, which we know is America, man, because the sins of this place have reached unto the heavens, you know. So with all being said, hopefully this is edifying, you know. Like, that's one thing we always need to be in the mindset of, you know, covered to prophesy, staying occupied in prophecy, seeing things happening, being circumspect, watching news and, you know, all forms of information that, you know, basically backs up the prophecies in the scriptures, man, and just going in on it, you know, just sounding the alarm. So with all being said, I just want to give all praises to Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Shalom, peace and blessings to the sincere Akim. Keep pushing this word in sincerity and truth. Shalom.